shout, make America great, tell them what it's about. Facts over feelings, cutting through the noise, fighting woke mobs and the kids with toys. They spew their lies, they spreading hate. Let's BS ain't gonna seal our fate. No nonsense here, just straight to the point. Truce to ammo in this battleground joint. Make America great again, stand and fight. Facts over feelings, day and night. Fight the woke mob, cancel their crying. Truth on the mic while they keep lying. They wanna cancel, they wanna control, but we got the truth, we breaking the mold. Speak your mind, don't let them bind. Words cut through, sharper than a sword of kind. Senses just raw, no filter to stop. Voices rise up from the bottom to top. Feelings don't matter when the truth's laid bare. No nonsense, come at us if you dare. Make America great again, stand and fight. Facts over feelings, day and night. Fight the woke mob, cancel their crying. Truth on the mic while they keep lying.
Hey, it's To The Point with Mike, Leo, and Vince.
That's because my batteries are low.
Oh, okay. Hey,
You're
welcome back. Episode 94, To The Point podcast. How's it going?
How's it going, Vince?
Can you hear us, Leo? You
Yeah, I
you
can
got
still hear
issues?
you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can still hear you guys. But they probably are going to go out because I haven't charged them in a while because this is what I use.
We'll figure
for
something
stuff
out
like
on
that
the
out. Hey, but what's up, guys? Hey, anyways, it's November 26th. What, 2 days before Thanksgiving? Man, talk about quick going from election to right into the holidays. Huh?
Yeah.
Talk about they make you,
But in the news
make you
hasn't
live,
stopped. You know,
and
like
they make you live life quick, like on off. There is no off button. It's just let's just keep on going.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm
You know?
thankful for is the election results.
Man, talk about it. Had some
well,
people
the news
sweating,
hasn't
huh?
stopped. You know, everybody was like, now what are you going to talk about? Well, it hasn't stopped.
No,
You know, one of our heroes, Matt Gaetz, had dropped out abruptly from the attorney general. He withdrew his name because, you know, who knows? He wasn't going to get approved and it was going to be a distraction.
Right.
So then they nominated
what's her name? Can't think
Pam
of her name.
Bondi
Yeah.
Right.
from the former attorney
There's-
general of Florida, who has
One thing I don't
it's
like about her,
a
though.
really wishy-washy kind of reputation. You know, she's a hero amongst conservatives, yet she's also a big proponent for red flag laws.
That's what I was just going to say. She's not
yeah.
Second Amendment friendly. She's big on red flag
Yeah.
or red flag laws.
She did defend Trump in the first impeachment, but you know, it's still, you know, there's been a few appointments lately that's kind of like, whoa, wait a minute, you know. Pam Bondi, you know what? If she goes after the corruption like she supposedly did here in Florida, great pick.
Right.
I'm a little disappointed we're not going to get Matt Gaetz, but to be honest with you, I didn't expect a Matt Gaetz as attorney general. I think he's more powerful in Congress or as a special counsel. So there's rumor that that's a possibility also. So
I would have preferred to see that stick, even though we didn't really expect it to, and it wasn't meant to.
yeah, well, there's a lot. You know, they went after him with supposedly some sleeping with a minor. They tried the same thing that Pete had said,
but a lot of that was already
sticking though.
A lot of that was all there before his nomination, and you know, a lot of people believe, and I'm among them, that he was selected to help make it obvious what rhinos or whatever you want to call them that are going to go against him in his presidency. That's not always going to support him. So those people, he got to see them.
They say
which people weren't going to support the
but
decision.
they already knew.
Well, but but
there was
they know for the most
something
part
else going on there. Yeah,
I think it was done
obvious.
deliberate. He knew he wasn't going to get Matt Gaetz.
Right, and part of it is
there's
I
got to
know
be
I'm not
going
to get it, so I'll throw the most hardball one into it, knowing they're not going to get rejected. I'll swap them out. I'll put in the one I intend to, and what are you going to throw the same accusations at this one as the other one? You know, like everybody can't be racist or sleeping with minors. You know,
right? You can't have.
You can't.
Every pick can't be the worst possible pick, and that's the way they were making it out to be.
Right.
But it is a little worrisome because Trump is known from his last administration of surrounding himself with establishment characters and just people who we We know now he shouldn't have trusted.
Right.
Maybe he knew then also. Who knows?
Like his vice president at the time.
Yeah, that
not
was
to be
pure
trusted.
politics, and I think now he knows he doesn't need those alliances that he had to make the first time around.
But see,
Right.
So,
but see, if you think about it, this was his first time into this job position. What's up, bro? You know, it's his first time in this position, so he doesn't know what he's walking into. He doesn't know what's going on. You know, he could have, who knows what. You
Right.
know, so he just has to trust whatever the people that are already there to just kind of guide him. He might have been guided by the wrong person, but guess what? He knows now.
yeah.
That-
Well,
that doesn't
speaking
mean-
of being guided by the wrong person,
Yeah.
though, one of the worst bad marks on Trump's first administration is following the lead of Dr. Fauci. Now, I can't say I blame him. He was the professional. He was the top doctor in the nation. Whatever.
And it's something
But-
that none, who has experience
Right.
with COVID, like that
So
was
his
not anything.
his new pick for the Surgeon General has got a lot of people worried because she's considered the female version of
Right.
Dr. Fauci, where she had praised Mark Zuckerberg during the whole pandemic era of censoring certain opposition voices about the vaccines and stuff like that. I have a
Right.
video here. Hold on one second.
Save
Hold on.
lives. And I am so excited, and I thank and I commend Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg for taking action, because this affects everyone. This affects our children. It affects adults. I mean, just look at the recent measles outbreak, the biggest outbreak that we've had in decades with measles. And that's no joke. Measles can cause brain inflammation and pneumonia and ear infections and hearing loss and death. So it's about time that they are taking action. And I hope and pray that other social media platforms will follow suit and do the same thing. First of all, vaccines.
So
Yeah.
that's because he was pushing the vaccine.
No, it was because Facebook was censoring
Anti-vaccine stuff.
opposition
Right.
to the vaccines and
Right.
what the CDC was putting out there.
And everything we've seen since then has proven that those vaccines have been completely ineffective with COVID. And they still tell you should be getting what are you going to get a vaccine for COVID every 6 months for the rest of your life? I mean,
Well, they would have you doing that, especially if it's going to give them
So
a little
she's-
more control over the population. I mean,
Right.
thank God people started to wake up. I mean, Joe Biden posted on Twitter or X today. I can't believe I still say Twitter, but he posted on X today about when he became president, the economy was in decline and
because of COVID.
there was a pandemic ravaging the nation. Like it was already on the downfall. Like we've already started to wake up at that point,
Right.
and it was the jobs were going to come back no matter what, most of them, except for the ones that got away with exporting, their business. And Joe Biden didn't do anything about it because he rolled back all the Trump era executive orders that put tariffs on these companies who move their factories to Mexico or China. But even Elon's mother, Elon's mother, May Musk, had something to say about the media. And
What she have to say?
what do we got here? When COVID vaccines support talk, all I hear is bah, bah, bah.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Yeah. And that's what it was. And that's what the Surgeon General pick was, okay with censoring voices. But that's, neither here nor there. Maybe she's a
Yeah.
qualified doctor.
And
I had an info card
what
on it,
kills
but I
me-
really don't care.
What kills
about
me
it.
too is some of these people, they'll preach free speech, that you have free speech, and then on the second hand they want to censor you if you don't agree with them, if you don't agree with their point of view of something.
Right.
Well, with the way media is now, that they would they want to make sure. I think it was Whoopi Goldberg was on The View saying Elon Musk should have to give up X and SpaceX because his involvement in the Trump administration. He should
Right.
have to give that up. Why does he?
Why?
Why?
So the
Because-
president has
well,
to give stuff up,
I'll tell you why.
but people that support the president are not required to. They can't really enforce that. The
Yeah.
president has to give up their businesses when
So
they
okay,
become president.
okay. So Trump has to give up
Mm.
whatever businesses he has.
Well, they have to sign it
or
over.
some of it.
They have to sign it over.
Appoint somebody to it. Like
Right.
I can't run it for 4 years. I need you to run this business for whatever reason.
He's
If there's
not-
conflicting, yeah.
So they're saying that who can't do that or needs to do that?
They're saying Elon should
So they're saying Elon
essentially
Musk
do that.
needs to essentially
give
stop
up,
it.
give up. And I'll tell you why though, because Elon's the first one to say X is a form of media. People go to X now for their news.
Yeah.
More people on the right get their news from X.
But
Whereas 5 years ago,
but you know
more
what?
people on the left went to X to get their news. So now they're scared because X is the largest platform with the most exposure, and you can spread a narrative if you've got the right following.
Right.
Right.
You know, so now Elon came out with the community notes, so that's a bonus. But you know, on Facebook they just won't let you post.
What if Elon were to get more?
But you know, but you know
News
what though?
networks.
You know what? I like what Elon is doing. You know, with X, just let people say whatever they want to say.
Yeah.
You know,
You
if
should-
you don't like it, then don't follow it.
Well, you can propose community
know?
notes. So like you can tap the little 3 dots, I think it is, and request community notes. If somebody is saying something false or has no source or basis to say it,
Right.
and then there's certain accounts that have already been added notes and stuff, have like a level of credibility on the platform that could write notes
If
in
you're
opposition or for whatever, and they can attach sources.
right.
So it's like a form of fact checking, public,
Right. Yeah,
public fact checking.
Okay.
You shouldn't be able to
I like it.
deliberately
Yeah.
put out
It's not
false
perfect yet.
information.
Okay,
and
so
it-
say
and
I
it
put-
stick.
Okay,
Yeah.
so say I put something out, right? Say I put, just for example, my car is purple, right? And I say my car is black. But some people are saying no, your car is da 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 because it's this year or that year for whatever reason. You know, they could put it under there and say, hey, let's fact check just to make sure you are correct, stuff like that, to your comment
Yeah.
or something like that. Just kind of making sure that what I'm saying is correct.
Right. And if it's proven to be false, obviously your car color isn't what they're worried about. But
right?
you know,
it's just
but
an
if it's
exa-
proven to be false, then
whatever
it
information
can be
is.
taken down.
Right,
And
And should
okay.
be in reality. I mean, if it's
And what are the other ones doing? They just X you
now,
out.
if there's something that's
Well,
deliberately a joke, a lot
the-
of times they'll
The
let stuff like
difference
that
is
slide.
mainstream media. So X becomes a public platform where citizens are journalists. You see what you see it in the street, you take to X. You put it out there.
Right.
You know, you're right there. You're
I'm
not,
the news.
You're
can't-
not
You
channel
can't
2.
do that
I'm-
on
You're not channel 2 saying, "Oh, we're not putting
yeah.
that out."
You can't do that on Facebook because you put it on Facebook.
So,
they're gonna take
okay.
it down.
So let me tell you this, Mike, Vince, and Leo. We are to the point, and we are the news. You know, we are the news. All of us, we are the news. The whole Patriot Prayers Network. We're all the news. You know, like I might know something they don't know. You know, and I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna comment on it and say, "Hey, listen, this is what I saw at this time at this street." Da 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 da. And somebody else could be like, "Oh no, it's not, Leo," or "Yes, it is," right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Just to make sure it is correct and it's not correct. I like that.
So they're scared to
Tell-
death.
tell me
now
why you're
that
not-
the right
Okay.
controls the main
But it's
source.
it's
of
not control.
news.
It's not controlling. It's
No,
just
but
like,
it's
why
just-
would
Isn't it
dominated.
isn't it crazy though, Mike? Because they pretty much controlled everything but X. You had X and basically Newsmax, and I would say the other place that you could see stuff that was in favor of Trump, oddly enough, owned by Chinese, was TikTok.
right?
Oddly enough, there was a decent amount of Trump supporters on
Even
TikTok,
TikTok,
and
will-
they
will
weren't
censor you.
necessarily taking it all down though.
But my
like some
thing
of the
is-
other ones.
My thing is, in whose right mind do you think I'm going to put something out there that is not correct? Why would you put it out there and then get upset whenever somebody calls you out and tells you it's incorrect?
Some people believe. I mean, if you put it out there and you deliberately know it's incorrect, I mean, that's on you. But there's people that convince them of stuff. They convince themselves in their heads and they truly believe it. There's people out there that believe Biden's the greatest president of all time.
Okay, okay.
They truly believe it.
Another thing. So some of these news people, you know, they're getting a little scared, right? That they might lose their job. You think they're
Well-
gonna go ask, or how some people say, kiss the ring?
Yeah.
You think so? And be like, hey, listen,
Well,
I
we
messed
saw-
up.
Well,
I-
yes,
I'm-
yes. Already we've seen it Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski from the Morning Joe
But do you think they're doing it like
really went to Mar-a-Lago to
but
kiss
you
the ring.
But do you think they're doing it like they're are they doing it because they don't want they want to still have employ they still want to
Yes,
like
they're
be
scared.
employed?
Well, they
but-
already have
Okay,
no viewership.
Okay, so say, but what are they scared of?
They have nothing to it's only one way to go.
Out
They
the door.
have to get more viewers somehow. And they see now they have to include Trump in there somehow. And if the mainstream viewership is going with pro-Trump, they have to start shifting gears, because there's literally those podcasts that blow the ratings out of the water on almost every platform, including Fox News.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, so and X is there. Man, there's people who have
It's amazing how big of
on our
a
network-
difference some of these podcasts
on our
make.
network, Maurice LA Native, if I'm saying that correctly, on X, he's got a couple 100,000 followers.
Well, look at Joe
Steve
Rogan.
Loves Ammo, he's got 500,000 followers. I mean, you have an outlet there, you have a platform, and when you can do something with it, it's threatening to those who don't agree with you.
Yeah. Look at Joe Rogan. I mean, that's a podcast. I mean, look at the reach he has.
Speaking
It's
of,
crazy.
let me play this other short clip. This is May Musk.
And the politicians have to change and stop being mean and nasty and dishonest. Because, as I say, they used to always hate on Elon for 15 years, but I trusted them with the other news, where they hated the Republican Party, they hated Fox News, and then I realized no, they are dishonest in all aspects.
Yeah, so I mean, there you see, even his mother was like, you know, they hated on my son, but I trusted the news from them, you know.
Right.
But now it's like seeing all the lies and the hate about Trump and her son. It's like, well, maybe I shouldn't trust these people at all.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why people are turning to
I think
X.
right. And I think they went so far left with the news, like so far with making him out to be this criminal, all the different things, like nothing, there was nothing good about Trump. Everything was against him. Like they're just going so far with it that I think a lot of people that wouldn't have woken up did and started paying attention and like using X as their source to really see what's going on. I think they almost did us a favor the way they bought all the other media.
Yeah.
And we're shoving it down our throats so badly that it was obvious.
There's rumor that, well, I don't have a screenshot of the tweet, I don't think, but
they almost, in my mind, they shot themselves in the foot.
MSNBC is going up for sale, and Elon Musk is flirting with the idea. He posted a meme of I can't even describe it, but it was pretty funny on X. You should go find it. And it was like a temptation meme, like, oh, there was some sexy woman and it was like and it was times. And he's like, not, it was MSNBC. He's like, right. Oh, don't let me buy it. Don't let me buy it. Don't let me buy it.
I think I've seen it.
You know, and he just might buy MSNBC. And he had made a tweet about it that if he were to buy it, it would be an outlet to report on news from X. So it would be an outlet from X.
You know, and it's funny, before you said that, I was kind of almost thinking to myself, it'd kind of be cool if just the news network was just called X. I mean, he might not go that far with it, but I think that'd be pretty fucking cool.
It would probably change names.
You know? I think that'd be pretty cool. Just call it X.
Because it's right now affiliated with NBC, and I don't think they are, like when Comcast sells it, it's not going to be an NBC affiliate. So I don't know how that all works.
So the name probably would have to change because they would probably retain the rights to the name, maybe.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Where are we at? We're 20 minutes in. Yeah. So with the Surgeon
and if
General,
he buys, so let me ask you this: if he buys it, right, like one of these news channels, what do you think he would pay for one of these news channels?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm not even going to pretend to.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
it wouldn't matter to him.
He might even know. You look how much he overpaid for Twitter to turn it into X. I mean, he's
already the richest person in the world. Let me look it up real quick.
Could you imagine, like, so you know, the other day I was just sitting back in the back porch, right? And I was thinking, I wonder if these people are making some kind of bunker in Mars for all the elites, all these people, for this World War
they're
III
all
to happen.
they've already built
For,
them.
for listen, Mike, for this World War III to fix it to happen. And for them just to get on X, get on one of these spaceships that Elon Musk makes, Vince.
If
and
war,
shoot up, Vince.
if World War
listen,
III
Vince.
doesn't happen before Trump takes office, though, Leo, it's not happening. Not while he's in office.
Vince, and take off and have a nice bunker somewhere up in Mars, somewhere up in Jupiter, somewhere even in the moon. We don't know. They don't tell us these things. You think they're gonna tell us this? No, they're not gonna tell us these things. But I guarantee you, they have some kind of ship already made. That's why Elon Musk is there, Vince. What other reason is this guy in there for?
Even if it's not like in Mars, like supposedly there's cities underground.
So listen,
you're gonna tell me that the richest man in the world,
Mike, I know you've been down that rabbit hole.
Vince, you're gonna tell
cities underground.
Listen, Vince, you're gonna tell me that the richest man in the world does not know every secret because he's got the money to pay for it.
I think
listen, I don't know that he's gonna know every secret. He knows some stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Right. There's a
But
difference.
he's got the money though.
There's
Vince.
a difference
Yeah,
though.
but money
There's
is not
the
everything.
inside billionaires, the old money, and there's the new money. The old money doesn't let the new money in until it takes over.
Right.
You know, like the old money is like the old families that still controlled 90% of the wealth on the world. Not anymore, because right there you see Elon Musk is worth over $320-something billion today. No human's ever been worth that, except unless you go back to that African king that was, you know, he had all the money. But
Elon Musk is worth
he
what?
lost $328 billion, and he lost 203 million today. And he's still
I just want the
he's still 100 more than 100 billion richer than number 2, who's Larry Ellison. Jeff Bezos is at number 3. I wish I can see that.
I just want 0.2.
Right?
I just want the 0.2. He can have the rest.
Mark Zuckerberg's coming in at a cool $198 billion.
I remember when he first came to light.
Who's Elon
Zuckerberg. Whatever happened to Tom from Facebook or MySpace?
He gone.
Where's he at? He fell off the earth.
He was over on Epstein Island.
Probably. Somebody took him. Somebody's gone. He is gone. Nobody has ever heard of him.
Just kidding.
No, for real, Mike. He's gone. Nobody has ever heard of him.
Who would you love Pam Bondi to arrest first?
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of people that I think that don't even have to be political that should go to jail. I think
Bill Gates comes to mind.
No,
George
I think
Soros.
2 that worked for the FBI, Lisa Page or I got the names wrong. I can't. They were having the affair. He actually came out strong against
all of them.
He actually came out strong against Kash Patel being head of FBI because he's scared shitless. Between Kash Patel and the FBI and Pam Bondi and the AG, you know, hopefully Pam Bondi doesn't keep it too moderate, because there's people that deserve time. But even Kash Patel says, you know, in a lot of his interviews, he plays it softball too. And I know
some people believe that he's just going to let bygones be bygones, and you're not going to see a bunch of Democrats getting arrested. But
Andrew McCabe is what it was. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I'd like to see it happen though. I'd like to see some arrests made for
definitely
some of this bullshit that's been going on the last 4 years. But I have a funny feeling that he might not go after these people.
Well,
because his plan is to fix the corrupt system so that it stops from here forward. But that all, you know, it's going to take more than him to make that happen. Not just the people that are currently going to be involved, but whoever's going to replace him down the road. You know, it's going to be hard to fix the system.
I want to see, let's say, Andrew McCabe and Lisa Page or whatever their names are, arrested, along with, damn it, I lost her damn name. It's on the tip of my tongue too. The pipe bomb from January 6th. I want to know who's behind that.
Right.
I want to know who is actually behind that. I want to know who's behind putting agents in the crowd, agitators.
Right.
I want to see the real truth of January 6th come out. You heard that? I think a dog found a squeaky toy. Anyways, so yeah, in light of all that, we know Trump's going to be our president. So
When does he take office? When
January
does he-
20th.
January.
January 20th.
Why do we gotta wait so long? It's
Well, what's scary is Joe Rogan has a good point. I'm going to play a video from Joe Rogan before we take a break. But you know, with everything going on in the world today, it's pretty freaking critical. You know, like a president like Biden could authorize another country like Ukraine to launch
nuclear warfare.
highly technical missiles deep into Russia with our flag on them, pretty much, and our return address.
And start World War
Yes,
III.
and that's exactly what he did.
And the question is, if World War III breaks out, do the Dems then try to keep Trump from taking office? What do they have to invoke? We talked about this once before. There's something that in the middle of a major war that they can invoke
Martial law.
Martial law. And
I don't know if that would stand because
right. I hope not. I
well,
hope they can't pull that off.
I don't know. It depends on the military because it's a different code. You know, I don't know if they would accept a new commander in chief during martial law. I don't know if that's I don't know. That's interesting to know exactly where you know, Secretary of Defense or Secretary of Navy or their military counterparts would have to fall in line as far as
Right.
following protocol. But the Joe Rogan clips are like a minute and a half. Let's play that right now.
That's the world we're living in now, and that's LA, and that's New York, and that's a lot of places that got fucked up by incompetent people.
I don't know. I just feel safer knowing, like,
Microphone, what's your face?
I feel safer knowing that Trump is in office.
I do too.
I like feel great about it. Like, just like
What I
thank
don't
God.
feel safer is right now they're launching missiles into
That's fucked
Russia.
up. Yeah.
How are you allowed to do that when you're on the way out? Like, the people don't want you to be there anymore. This should be like sort of a pause for like actions that could potentially start World War III. Maybe that would be a good thing that we would like to avoid from a dying former president. It's the whole thing is nuts.
I mean, I don't know shit about politics. I'm not
Zelensky
gonna
says
pretend
Putin
to.
is terrified.
Fired a missile today.
I feel
Yeah,
like
they fired an intercontinental ballistic missile for the first time ever. It's the first time one of those has ever been used.
it's insanity.
It's fucking insanity because those intercontinental ballistic missiles can have nukes on them. This one didn't, but if it does, the whole world changes. And it changes because of the military-industrial complex, and it changes because of the money that's going to Ukraine, and it changes because the outgoing president or whoever the fuck is actually running the country is decided to do something fucking insane.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
outrageous. I feel like
angry.
none of the fucking problems between Ukraine and Russia would have been exacerbated as far as they went had Trump been in office. at
I
the
like to
time.
think that.
I genuinely believe that he has a way of keeping the peace in a certain way, and like
Well, as soon as he got elected, the Taliban said, let's form a truce. You know, Hamas is, hey, let's cease fire. Everybody's saying these
What a
things like
coincidence.
right away, saying we'd like to do business with America. Russia was saying that. Like, let's fucking everybody down and stop being so fucking tribal.
Yeah, so that's the mainstream thought right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you got going on there, but yeah, that's the main thought right there. Is the president right now, Joe Biden, could get us into World War III and get us into something Trump can't get us out. But since the election, a lot of stuff has changed. Bitcoin's hit 100,000. It's bouncing in between that and 90,000 or something like that. Stocks are up, interest rates are up a little bit. That just means money's more expensive. The migrant caravan had stopped. Hamas wants to end the war. There's the ceasefire. Ironically, Joe Biden's going to take credit for it, but supposedly Putin's looking to end the war. Qatar's kicking out Hamas. What else is there? Putin's okay with using the dollar for selling oil, which is big deal. Zelensky, though, is flirting with Russia more and more, and supposedly was on a call with Donald Trump the other day and Elon Musk. Wouldn't you
There's-
like to be a fly on that wall?
Right. There's also been some American companies that have a lot of overseas factories that have already been making talking about how they're planning on bringing factories here within a certain amount of time
Yeah.
because they know that they're going to benefit financially by doing that under Trump versus the tariffs.
Yeah, but there's just so much that's already happened, and we knew it was going to happen. He said he was going to end the war before he even took office. Let's hope he does. Let's hope there's not a World War III. Let's hope he ends it now. Maybe, so what? If Joe Biden takes credit, everybody with a sane mind is going to know the difference anyways. But
everybody knows Joe Biden just sitting on the beach nowadays.
Let me find. We're gonna help pay the bills here.
Where's he at the beach, anyways? He's not in Florida, is he?
But there was pictures of Kamala.
Keep his ass out of Florida.
There was pictures of Kamala on vacation in Hawaii with her husband, and there's rumor that she is telling her people to set her sights on
next election,
2028. Yeah. Not just.
I heard that. I was laughing.
Not just the presidential election, but the governor of California. So there's always that to look forward to. I had a Benny clip, but we weren't going to use it. Maybe I'll throw it in there. But anyways, let's help pay the bills. This is Miracle Healing Therapy.
As we age, we lose a bit of energy. Of course, that's not our fault. Our bodies change as we grow. Healing patches rejuvenate your cells and in the skin play a key role in the aging process. Research has found that as we age, the number and function of these cells decline, which can lead to a decrease in skin elasticity and the development of wrinkles. But what if there was a product that could restore that spunk for more than just our skin? There is, and it does. The product draws out other huge benefits such as more energy, better sleep, reduced stress, and pain management. If you would like more information, please go to miraclehealingtherapy.com. That's miraclehealingtherapy.com. Here's that website address once again, miraclehealingtherapy.com.
And
introducing the Trump token, America's cryptocurrency, a digital revolution to make America great again. Built on the high-performance Solana blockchain, the Trump token merges the economic principles of Bitcoin with the speed, scalability, and efficiency of modern technology. Designed to empower politically engaged communities, the Trump token taps into three major demand ecosystems: the Trump community, global cryptocurrency enthusiasts, and the internationally recognized Trump brand. In a world of financial uncertainty, the Trump token stands as a scarce and durable digital asset, positioned for growth within a rapidly expanding global market. Powered by Solana, the Trump token offers lightning-fast transactions, unparalleled scalability, and robust security, making it the ideal currency for both everyday use and political engagement. With a total supply capped at 21 million Trump tokens, 10 million are available for pre-sale at just $10 per token. In a powerful show of support, 50% of all pre-sale proceeds will be donated to Donald J. Trump's 2024 presidential campaign via super PACs. That's right, up to $50 million of crypto in kind will be donated to ensure Trump wins. On top of the donation, 40% free additional Trump tokens will be distributed over 36 months to all pre-sale participants who hold. Check out our official white paper for more. Driven by a decentralized governance model, the Trump token empowers its community to shape its future, ensuring the token remains aligned with the values of its supporters. Together, let's make America great again. Go to thetrumptoken.com to get involved. The Trump token. Own America's cryptocurrency now.
Yeah, the Trump token. So there's big developments in that. We're gonna get an update from that one day, and it's just exciting. Everything happening after one after another, and like I said, we talked about in the first part of the show, some of Trump's appointments and Matt Gaetz having to pull out and stuff like that, and Pam Bondi going in there. We had some comments. I'm only seeing the ones on YouTube. I don't know if the Democrat Party can afford to run Kamala Ding Dong again.
Yeah, I don't think the Dems are going to want her to run again, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I mean, she can be one of the
Dude, what do you think she's gonna go do
candidates
now?
in the preliminaries.
Once she steps down, what do you think she's gonna like? What do you think she's gonna?
I
go
think
do?
she should be a school teacher
No,
at a woke school.
The fuck? Get out of here.
Vince,
Then
to-
she can
to-
say,
to what?
then
To-
she can
to
be
deliver-
like, I like school buses.
to deliver. the
Was your
wrong
school
message.
bus yellow, Leo, when you were in school?
No.
Literally, she's done that in a like interview. She's being interviewed, and that's the way she's talking. Like, I like school buses. Yellow school buses. Was your school bus yellow? Like, whose school bus wasn't fucking yellow, dude? Like,
Yeah. It's like that meme where the one kid's like, "Whoa, look how big that bus is!
that one's
That bus is huge!" And the
It's
dude's
like-
like,
it's like the size
"What
of
do you
this
mean, dude?
table.
That's a normal sized bus." No,
Or no,
man,
the-
no. That
Because the school buses he always seen were like
yeah,
the shorty little, like the size of this table.
he only rode in the short bus. Speaking of taking a ride in the short bus, Jack Smith, who was the special counsel in the I don't even know what you call it. It was a unconstitutional appointment to begin with, but he was going after Trump for the the classified documents. He was playing a part and all that other stuff. Well, we knew that this was going to come to fruition anyways, but there was some breaking news. I think it was yesterday or today. Here's Lester Holt from MSNBC, I believe it is. No, NBC.
Good day. We're coming on the air with breaking news about President-elect Donald Trump. The Justice Department special counsel Jack Smith just filed a motion to dismiss the federal criminal case against the president-elect over his efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. The news comes after NBC News learned the Justice Department had been planning to wind down its federal cases against Mr. Trump. It also comes as NBC News learned that Smith and his team plan to resign before Mr. Trump returns to the White House.
Yeah, plans to resign and haul ass.
Yeah, I was seeing that they made a motion to drop all his charges. I was looking at that earlier today, actually.
Yeah, it was kind of like every hour, another charge, another motion was made to drop charge, like another breaking news because we were in different courts because they were going after him everywhere.
Because you got a motion each one.
It's in statute that you cannot try a sitting president, for these types of crimes. So either way, they had to be dropped, and they should have never been brought up to begin with because the people voted for him the first time. They voted for him the second time. They voted for him the third time, And how do you do that? How do you just go after your political opponent and not expect some type of retribution? But you have and they do. The sad part is they actually expect it. Like people like Rachel Maddow is on TV crying that she's gonna, Elon Musk is gonna buy MSNBC and they're gonna fire her, and Joe Rogan's gonna take over her spot. Joe Rogan's flirting with the idea of dressing like her.
God, that sounds awesome.
Dressing like her. He said, "I'm gonna dress just like her." It's like, come on, it's comedy.
He needs to
It's
be
awesome.
careful.
I hope that happens. I hope he does buy it and fire her.
Excuse me. But yeah, so the Jack Smith, man, all that's gone, all that money spent. We can look forward to seeing more of that in Georgia.
Right.
I think they've already postponed sentencing in New York or something like that. It's just like, come on, man. Look at, I want to know
Even the New York's
money-
governor's been coming around a little bit.
She's crazy, man.
But she's come around a little bit to the.
She is fucking crazy.
I think she's scared too. Is probably
The
why
mayor-
she's coming
the
around.
mayor
a
of New York, he's coming around because
little bit. No, that's why I said the mayor.
Oh, I thought you
Did
said
I-
the governor.
Oh, I
The
meant to say
governor
mayor.
is a woman. The
Yeah.
mayor was Eric Adams.
If I
think he
did say
stepped
governor,
down.
yeah, mayor is
I
what
don't
I
know
was
if he
talking about.
stepped down or not, but they're going after him for some type of crap. But he's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to fight it off like Trump is,
Right.
Right.
But he went against the grain. Another plus ever since election night. He's stopping the money for illegal immigrant. The
Right.
food for illegals. He was.
He's
was feeding them
basically
with
saying,
tax
"Hey,
money.
come get them out of here." I mean, they're destroying our city right now.
Yeah, and so a lot of stuff. We talked about quite a bit of it. I'm looking forward to the Doge.
Coin?
Not just because I own
My
I
Dogecoin
own
went up
some of it.
pretty good. My
Yeah.
between that and my other Bitcoins, I've doubled value
I'm not
since
into that,
Trump
man.
won.
I don't know.
I played with it. I still had some from like 2000.
I wish I had more Dogecoin.
like
I
maybe
have
just
two-
because I don't understand it and I don't like know what it is or anything like that. But I just
It buys and sells just like stocks,
Yeah.
except there's
And
not much behind it.
Right. And
Just
since
faith. You know?
I got on too late to buy the actual Bitcoin, but
Right.
so later on I'm like, okay, this this might be my opportunity. Let me invest a little bit of money in some of
Right.
these low ones. And now I've bought like SHIB. I have 4 million shares. So, if that ever goes up, it could be some decent money. And what do I really have to lose? Honestly, a million SHIB, I think I've got $100 into it.
Mm.
So it could turn into hundreds of thousands of dollars, hopefully. If it don't and it tanks, I lost $100.
see, like I don't understand. Like how
So,
does that work? Like, okay, you have $100 invested in things.
Mhm.
What do you mean? It's
So it sells
lose.
for like fractions of a penny for a
Mm.
share. If it ever gets up to 1 penny, and you ever gets up to 1 penny, like, and you've got 4 million shares, I mean, I don't even want to.
Don't mind me. I'm playing.
Yeah, like I don't even know. I couldn't even probably figure the math out right now, but it's substantial money.
Right. And how would you get
That's
it back though? Like how do you like
You
claim
sell
it?
it.
How do you
You
like
just hit.
Yeah,
you
you
can
buy and
just hit a
sell it,
button
just
and
like
buy
stocks. Just like stocks.
it. You hit a button to sell it. You
Yeah.
just got to hook up your checking account or
right.
some sort of account to make the purchases. And
So right here, we're looking at Bitcoin. This is the year. I'm gonna have to bring that over here because I can't.
there's a few different apps you can use. I tend to use Coinbase.
Well, this is Coin Market Cap. This tracks the market just like you could any of the platforms tracking
Right.
stocks. So, back in December of 2023, we're on Dogecoin. Right now, we're sitting at 9 cents.
And right now,
9 cents a year ago today.
and it's at what, like
Right now,
around
it's
30
at
cents?
39 cents.
Yeah, 39 cents right now.
39 cents. And it went up to
Which
43 cents.
Which doesn't sound like a lot,
the
but
other
if
day.
you buy a lot out of it at, what was it, 20 cents? That's
Well, even if it was at 9 cents,
you've almost doubled your money. So if you bought it at, it was at 9 cents, and it's almost to 40 cents. So 4 times your money. So depending on how much you put in, if you put in $100,000, now you got $400,000.
right. So right here is the Bitcoin market. This is the 1 year mark also. So again, a year ago, you're looking at 37,000, 38,000, and we hit over 100,000. I'm pretty sure we hit over 100,000. This is saying 99,000, but I'm pretty sure I seen it go over 100,000
Bitcoin
the other day. I called it too. The day I saw it fluctuate, and I was like, we're gonna see it hit 100,000 by Thanksgiving, if not by the end of the day. And within an hour, the shit went up to over 100,000 on Coinbase, at least. Yeah, so that's the 1 year mark. Now, if you'd have gotten in it back in 2008, Leo, when Bitcoin was first released,
God, you'd have so much money right now.
Yeah, let's say even this is 2010. That's when it was. It came out in 2009.
I mean, Elon would still have you, but
6 cents. Can you imagine buying?
Depending how much you bought, you would maybe have Elon.
Yeah. Well,
if you bought a ton of it,
you were like,
6 cents.
you know what? Hey, if you read the white paper and you're like, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'll throw some money at it. And you
throw
sold it
$1,000
or $10,000. Some people play with money, and then shit goes up. I mean, when I first got back into it, it was 2018, and it went up to 14,000. I think it hit 19,000, and there was a big buzz around it, And now look, ever since then, it went. Right now, it's sitting at 92.6 thousand. 1 year to date. I mean, that's all time. I'm sorry, not year to date. But even if you played around with it in a date, look in a week, look at the volatility in this market, though. And I know volatility might not be a good thing for some types of investors, But that kind of fluid, that volume in any market is, I think, a
When
good thing,
well,
especially for trading.
and for something like that, if you're already rich, like, because let's face it, when you're talking about something like that, it's going to take money to make money. But if there's a substantial dip, like, you could just go all in and buy $10 million worth,
Right.
and you know it's going to go back up, so you know you're going to make a profit. But at when it's something that is that expensive, that's kind of off the table for us. I mean, we might be able to throw a few thousand at it and make a little bit of money and keep
Yeah.
doing it slowly over time. But if you've already got tons of money, it's, like the old saying, it takes money to make money. If you got money, if you invest it wisely, you can't lose in certain spots like Bitcoin if you do it at the right time.
Not at all. But that you have to wonder if Elon's involvement just has a lot of the sentiment willing to throw money out there, and the Dogecoin was a big factor. They always, even before Elon owned X, it was, if they could get him to name drop Doge, it would send a crypto coin into a fury, and people would make thousands and thousands of dollars.
And now his position is
it's ironic,
called Doge, basically.
Yes,
It's the abbreviation of.
They got President Trump to commission a new department, and
this makes me wish I had spent a lot more money buying Doge.
yes,
I still might go buy some.
yes, I know.
Actually,
and
I'm gonna.
yeah, well, I'm not. It's at a all-time night. I'm gonna keep my money right where it's
I know,
at
but
right
Mike,
now.
we said that a week ago, and it's gone. I would have made money in the last week, even though it was at an all-time high.
Yeah, well, there's a guy we work with that was playing around with another coin that was like 20 cents, and it's been bouncing around $1.20 now. So he would have made some pretty good money. I just got a reminder. We're off in a couple minutes, but after us is Alexandra 360. Check her out. She has a really good show, great opinions. And before us, I want to shout out to the Patriot Confederation. Another great show, great guest with Tim. And we didn't really do any shout outs. I want to show this tweet though. Speaking of Doge, this is a conversation between him. Let me get rid of this overlay real quick. Him and Vivek Ramaswamy. And Vivek said, yes, it's true that cutting bureaucracy will reduce the federal deficit, but the real win will be its pro-growth effect. The biggest cost of bureaucracy isn't the headcount costs. It's the bureaucrats find legally dubious things to do that stifle freedom and depress our economy. And Elon had quoted that and added to it that in a meeting with senior military officers today, which is, I think, excellent. I think that's great that he's having meetings with senior military officers, told him that it now takes longer to renovate a staircase, 24 months in the Pentagon, than it took to build the whole Pentagon in the 1940s, which was 16 months. The world's most supposedly impenetrable building, which we saw not to be true, but yeah, takes 24 months.
Look at the way roadways and bridges and stuff like that's done now, and it's been a problem for a while. But they'll make a bid. This project to be $20 million, and they get to a certain point, they use up $20 million, and then they wait for them to throw another $10 million at it. Like, if a project was supposed to take X amount of money, it never comes in at that. I was looking at just keep extending it.
I was looking at people that has made money. There's quite a few people that have made money off of this stuff.
Off of what?
Bitcoin and all this other stuff.
Oh yeah,
young
a lot. Yeah.
Well, I don't have the facts, but we can talk about this on another show. Look up. Here's some homework. Look up the pizza guy, the Bitcoin pizza guy, and next time we can talk about how depressing he would be if that was you. But I want to give a shout out to Eddie Smith on the PPN. He's putting together a great group. They're going to be at CPAC, I believe, in Washington, D.C. Next week. This week, I got my dates wrong. The texts are all crossed again, so I'm not sure what we're seeing. But not only that, I believe Damien and some of the guys will be, who's on the Jersey Shore podcast, they're planning on making a trip to DC for the inauguration. So what a great group of people. I'm glad we're a part of it. I don't want to leave out a shout out to a few of our friends, the Two Guys in One Coop, Dale and Jim podcast on the PPN, and our friends at TGI Now and Benford Chronicles with Any River Connections. Make sure you give all these people a follow. We throw them out there on X. So if you follow us on X, check that out. If you don't follow us on X, it's at tothepoint.com. That's DOTCOM. And follow us at The Patriot Prayer is our handle for the network also. And make sure you follow these Patriots. They're all good people out here doing good things, and these people, like, nobody's making money on this.
No.
And we talked about, we are the media. We're not media. We're not the news. We comment on the news. I don't think of us as news.
We're just exercising our First Amendment rights, and
yes, but the difference
trying not
between
to be
us and
throttled down by some of these other networks.
The difference between some of us and our colleagues is they might break the news, where we're not trying to break any news. We're just trying to talk about it and give you our opinion. So therefore, it is our opinion. It might not always be the same as everybody on the network, and that's cool. We're all like-minded and patriots of America. So I think it's a great group of people. Make sure you give them all a follow on. We're all on everywhere: Facebook, Spotify, Rumble for sure. Make sure you follow us all on Rumble and X. That's the best place to get our stuff out there. But I don't have anything else for the night. I don't want to keep anybody. I want to give them some breathing time in between us and Alexander 360. If you guys don't have anything else,
we're good. No, just looking at these people that made some money, young people.
And the only thing I was going to say was back to the Bitcoin thing a little bit. It's like people always say, man, if I could go back in time and change one thing as far as like how you could change your life, like, man, if I could go back when Bitcoin first came out and just go buy a shit ton of Bitcoin.
Yes.
Could you
at that price?
Could you imagine? We could have been putting money down to help Trump out. You know what I mean?
We
might be on his cabinet right now, Mike.
Can you imagine spending 18 Bitcoin for a large pepperoni pizza delivered? Yeah. Think about that. Think about that for a week.
What's that worth now? 18 Bitcoin?
Do the math. Almost probably $170,000.
Damn. That's an expensive pizza.
Or more. No. Way more. Way more.
It's still expensive as fuck.
Way more. I got my math wrong. Don't let me do your taxes.
Could you imagine spending over $250,000 on a pizza, Leo? That guy's gotta be sick.
Something tells me Kamala's bus was a little short. I should throw a disclaimer out there. This is my father.
I don't think there was a motor in that bus either. There's no
there's
engine.
A motor, but it's the boat.
Your feet.
Anyways,
guys, we're out, man. We are your guys from To The Point Podcast.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Mike, Leo, and Vince.
Have a good Thanksgiving. If you're local, check out anyriverconnections.com, where we like to promote small businesses, and we're doing a toy drive right now. I don't have the poster up, but make sure you contribute local, even if you're not in any River County. Find somewhere local, do something good, and pay it forward. So,
damn, the next podcast we do is going to be December already.
Yep. We'll see you in December.
We're out.
Have a good one.
Say the brave to shout, make America great, tell them what it's about. Facts over feelings, cutting through the noise, fighting woke mobs and the cancel toys. They spew their lies, they spreading hate. Let's BS ain't gonna seal our fate. No nonsense here, just straight to the point. Truce to ammo in this battleground joint. Make America great again, stand and fight. Facts over feelings, day and night. Fight the woke mob, cancel their crying. Truth on the mic while they keep lying. They wanna cancel, they wanna control, but we got the truth, we breaking the mold. Speak your mind, don't let them bind. Words cut through, sharper than a sword unkind. Senses just raw, no filter to stop. Voices rise up from the bottom to top.